It's Sunday. It's a non-work day. Tuesday I received this box.
Here we go, look. I've been waiting all week to install this.
Clue will be in the word install, and let me show you what I have already.
My 2019 Caddy came in one of these. It couldn't be more basic. It doesn't do much apart from play the radio. And my phone has a little magnetic thing and sits on here, which is great, but I really could do a navigation that was on this. Yeah, so today, inside this box, hopefully is a new unit, and it's going to change my world.
Well, maybe change my world is a little bit strong, but it's certainly going to improve my daily driving experience, having navigation in the center console here. But I've never fitted one, so I thought it might be a good excuse to show people how simple or not simple it may be.
First of all, I'm just having a quick look, making sure there's no instructions, because I bet there's lots of people just like me who dive into stuff and then go, darn, there are instructions for that. That made it easier.
But there clearly aren't any, so not a problem, we'll just dive in.
So this is what I have currently, and I'm guessing, looking around here, this is just a fascia, and hopefully it'll just get, a little tool under it and it'll come off. Do you think it's going to be that simple? Now what I'm going to use here is that a snap-on little mini pry bar. I'd suggest
A proper trim tool would be better. So if I start damaging anything, I'll go in the garage and hunt around for some plastic trim tools, but I think I'm going to get away with this.
And sure enough, look, if I gently pop in here, you can see where I've popped in. You can lift that up, and I'm going to work my way around gently, trying to not damage any trim, which I haven't, and see if she'll pop off. Here we go. So yeah, I've just gently prised in around. You can hear the tabs like unlocking as you go around, and then the final bit is going to be up here, he says, which I thought I could pull, but it still clicks in with the tabs. So I'm just going to get my little mini pry bar and just wedge behind there. But like I said, what you should really be using is plastic trim tools, but it is my Caddy. So that's all removed perfectly in one piece. All I'd say is if you are doing it yourself, kind of learn from me, is in that the contact points are there, and down the bottom here, where you can see on these tabs here. Because if you was to apply too much pressure in between those points, you could potentially kind of break or snap a part of this. It leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 of these to remove. For this, I'm going to require a T20. So T20 looks like one of those if it's focused, probably not. It's going to need one of these. So now I'm backing out the rain. That's what a T20 Torx looks like. And that's going to fit perfectly in those. And I'll just unscrew awkwardly with my left hand, because of course I'm holding my camera in my right. Yeah, unscrew all those 4.
Now, so while I'm undoing those, I just thought I'd mention, I bought this off a chap called Moody YSM, if that means anything to somebody. You can find him on Facebook, on the Caddy forums. It's like, yeah, I got mine off Moody. So he seems to be the go-to guy. And in fairness to him, I messaged him on the Sunday night and said to him, look, this is what I'm looking for. And he gave me loads and loads of options. We spoke about my budget, and I paid him. He was like really prompt with coming back to me. So this is on a Sunday. Tuesday morning this is delivered. I just haven't had chance to even open the box until now.
Okay, so they're all removed. So hopefully, I'm hoping, and it'd be nice to get 2 hands around it, but I'm sure I can demonstrate. Yeah, that will come out now. So I'm going to put both my hands, put my phone down, put both my hands on it, and that's going to slide out. It does. That's it. It just slides right out. So what I'm going to do is disconnect all those and hopefully reconnect to those. Would it be that simple? Okay, so these don't pull out. What you got here is a latch. So you press this little button here, and it'll allow this latch to pull over, and the whole thing's going to come out. Again, wait a minute. So you pinch this closer to the outer, so it's a little kind of button that we're looking at there, and it allows this latch to come over. Again, I'm going to have to put down the phone but it's going to let me pull that latch over and the whole plug's going to come out. But can you see what happens here? I lift this latch up and the whole socket's going to come off. So latch up, comes off. It's just these three, and I think these are just going to pull straight out. If they don't, I'll let you know. I was wrong about that, so let's do this again. But these three here, this is now undone. Turn the unit over, and each one of these has a little button, so you're going to press this down with a screwdriver and that'll allow you to pull out. And the same with these two that are not in focus. Let's see if I can get my focus. There we go, just like professional. Press the button, it's going to allow me to pull that out. Same with that one, same with that one. So little screwdriver, press, pull, and these are all going to come out. Now, an auto electrician stroke audio installer I am not. And guess what I did? I ended up lifting out the housing on one of them, and I really needed that. And then I got straight on the phone or onto Moody, who then phoned me and goes, "What have you done? You removed the housing," and then told me how to then remove the internal part from the housing ready to plug into here. So that wasn't great, but that was just me. So it is a case of pressing those buttons and gently lift them out. Don't prise the housing off the previous one because the whole lot comes out. So yeah, a little disclaimer there. Don't do what I did, but it is simple, but just don't do what I did. And now this is the new one going back in. So I've installed the plugs, screwed it back in. Just going to pop my fascia on. So radio's all working. I haven't set up the channels yet, but all working. And then I plug in my iPhone. So plug that in there. And then when I plug this into my phone, I should have CarPlay. And here it is. So I plug in like my lead, and straight away I have CarPlay, which is fantastic. So considering that this is a 2019 VW Caddy and it had a radio that you'd have been disappointed with in 2007, I'm kind of now back with like modern day technology. I've got CarPlay, I've got Google Maps, I've got my Spotify, and I believe if I put it in reverse gear, I've also got my reversing cameras. So what's not to love? Okay, so I couldn't be more pleased with this. It's exactly what I was hoping for. It came from a gentleman called Moody YSM. If you search that on Facebook, you're going to come across his page. I'll try and leave a link as well, or somewhere at the end of the video. I'll kind of put who he is. So excellent person. Couldn't have had better service. Like I said, when I muffed it up this morning, Sunday morning, I sent him a message. I'm like, what's going on here? He goes, I see exactly what you've done. Listen carefully. We'll get it put right. And that's what he did. And yeah, fabulous from start to finish. Like I said, ordered on a Sunday. The head unit's here Tuesday. I just haven't had opportunity to fit it until to now. And then on the Sunday, the guy comes back and it's just been awesome. So yeah, Moody YSM, here's the guy you want to check out. The only thing I would say on this, I don't know if I mentioned it further in the video, is that these don't support digital radio. It's absolutely fine for me. I knew that was the case. It's kind of FM only. I don't need digital. If digital's really a problem, then of course I can just get digital through my phone and then play it through the head unit. But apart from that, absolutely brilliant.